Guys, we got it back in the thing. We just have to put the screw. See the little board here? You guys can see that. I have to put that back and put the number 3 toward that direction. Then number 3. So everything's back. I got the screws for it, don't worry. What I had to do today, if I lost those screws, so you guys can't see it, but it's in there. We put some, this tube stuff is actually green grease. I'll show you in a second. And I'm going to grab this stuff. And we got some Locky studs, red stuff. I know it's too dark right now, but this stuff is green stuff. It's in that stuff already. This stuff is going to do great. But I put plenty in the sprockets. I didn't touch the wheel bearings. We just have to get this rotor back on, and most of it will be okay. So the bolt I had to use today, this is the kit I did, and I lost the screws. I used something like one of these or one of them. Usually one of these will work. One of these screws will do fine. I think it was this screw I used, or that the shortest one went with this one to put it back in there, or one of these. But it did work when I put it back in. I put thread locker on it. It tightened up, no problem with the top sprocket where I lost the screws. So everything will be fine. It's not going to break anything. The rotor does not spin on those things, and the rods in there. The pain in the butt I had to do was the butterfly nut. That thing, what you got to do is clip it that side and use a small tiny screwdriver. Like something like this you get at Dollar Tree. They have a whole these things, it'll be okay. And you put it on, you push down on this side here with your hand. Then you clip this over here when you move the screw here or this. Either, and this will get it down. And mostly, you got to make sure this thing's lined up in the right position when you move the rotor. I don't know, we can still do it. When you tighten up that thing, it'll do itself when we set it up, reset it. But I did okay. You guys make sure that thing's lined up your north position. That's what I want. It's good. So I'm going to go past it. That's what I want. So I'm going to go past north, but it'll be okay. That'd be awesome. You can go either way, but it will stay on north like that. It wants to stay and be alright. That's when it locks in the position. And you can move that out of the way. You got to stay north on that little white line. That's what I'm trying to do. But what I have to do when I get this all set up, what we have to do is lower the Mako V5000 down. The third ratio toward the driveway is where I have to pull that out and raise that beam antenna up. That's what I have to do, and use a chain hoist. If you guys want to donate some kind of like a chain hoist thing, like a good quality one, let me know. You can send it in there for free, like, or one of those automatic winch things. I got extension cords that can do that. You can run the plug from my house either way, but this thing, at least I took it apart. What I did, we got that done. Now we have to put this control box back in, and it's going to be presso pretty good. These are the screws I'm going to use, the ones that came with the thing. These are for the control box, and that's for the motor box for these 4 things in. And these 2 goes to, no, these go to the control box on the black thing. So I'm telling you guys, this is the Rca, what is it called? Rca VH226E. That's what it is. And that's what it looks like inside. But there was a bearing, looked like you guys saw. I did not took that bearing apart. I did not do that. You can actually buy those bearings. Probably you can get that size and it probably will work. I didn't took that out. But Electron Man told me he took his apart. And it said it had all the thread locker and all the sprockets were oil and stuff. Nothing was not oil inside on the sprockets, but probably in the bearing things probably were oil inside. I'm not going to mess with that. If I oil the sprockets, it should be doing very good. I put plenty grease in it. I didn't have to use that much grease on that stuff. Maybe less than a tube, like that much of it. And I only used this much kind of grease, about right up to here. Not that much. and I had to pack it in, that stuff in there, to get plenty of it to make it run very smooth. And it's pretty cool, but I want to show that to 390 Wagmaster and the guys, that I gotta do all the stuff. And what I have to do with the mass, you guys see over here, you guys can see it right here. I know it's 9 o'clock at night, shouldn't be out doing this, but we're going to drill those things in here. Before we do that, we have to lower the antenna mount down and make sure we put that thing lined up where the position north is. I don't have to, and I got a piece of string that goes on this thing. That's why I'm using the 0 degree north, because the rotor box has to do by 10 by 10s. It says in the instruction, you guys will see that, like 9's actually 90 degrees east, and 360 is actually like before you hit north, but 0, it actually lines up back to 0 degrees on this thing. Either way you can recalibrate, but I have something you could do that with the white thing. You can line up to 0 degrees with that, and then it shows like I think 270s actually is I think it's 18 on the thing or something like that, or 17 it is. It could be that way. Usually that's actually 270 on that. It shows in instructions by 10 by 10s. I have to write all that down. And don't worry, I got this thing for the wire, for the things that put it back together. It'll be okay. We're cool, so we don't mistake that. I had to use all these screw things, except the only thing I use mostly this screwdriver. I know where it's at. It's a big black screwdriver I used, and we tighten up with that thing. It's this one here. This tool has done some great things with this. This guy, I don't know where I got this from, but this thing actually does very good with that, tightening it up. But if you're going to put the screws back in, use something like a magnetic like this. This actually is magnetic. It'll pick it up. It'll stick to anything. See how it sticks? This is a magnetic. You want to put a magnetic in, put the screw in there, then use your big torch screw to go in that thing. So we're going to be putting it back together, and we'll let you guys go. And also, this is the thing that goes to the box inside of the thing when this thing closes up. But it closes up either way, you guys know that. You know that, but I'll be doing that. And we have to line this back in that hole, and we'll wire everything. You guys have a great night. GDX 362, East Tennessee, backing on down. I'll bring out some more videos sometime soon. So I got a floodlight out here. It's not a halogen light. It came with the house either way. You guys know that. So I'll catch y'all later. And we'll bring out some more videos sometime soon. Just want to update this nighttime thing. And these are the brackets we're going to be using when we get time. But what I did, I'll show you. But I'll show you guys a little later. What I had to do with the bolts to get these things fit in. We're going to be tightening those brackets. I cut them down to 2 inches. Because you know how you line the head of your thing with the washer, like the little top of the screw head. So I had to did that when this went too tight, because the pipe will not fit that size. But it will fit this kind of pipe. What I'm going to do, if this doesn't work out, you can always put more washers and tighten up. But I went down to the base of the head for these brackets here, this one here, and that one here. So I had to check that out when I did that. So I had to mark it, and I had to use some hacksaw to cut it down to 2 inches for the first one. Then I put it in here, try each screw to do each one of these to make sure they fit and okay, and everything did okay. So it should be able to tighten this up when I have to do this, but I have to check that out and let you guys know. But it should be okay. But I got it down to 2.2 inches and a half. That's what you do for a mast like that size at Lowe's. It's the light top in. That's the rotor connects. Then it will be this one connect to the one on that 3-foot pole I showed you. That's where the one we did the first time we test the serial SY27 when I set it up the first time, when it was all silver. It was that pipe there. You seen the short one? It'll go on that, so it'll be much less weight on the top. That's what I'm going to do. And this rotor should be going smooth. After I let this go tonight, before we get off of here, I'm going to run the rotor and check it out. Make sure it runs good. It should be able to make it really smooth once I put all the bearing grease in there. And it's actually green. It should be able to do really good. So it'll make the sprockets really smooth. It doesn't matter if it oozes out. It's okay. It's not going to go and get inside this motor. It'll be sealed. And mostly the ooze will go down this little bottom part, but be alright. But we're pretty good. So, along this little clip is back in there. So I'm going to pop out. And once you got to take this clip off, you got to remove the rod when you pop this out. So I did a video on this today, show you what it looked like apart. But anybody on YouTube is going to do something like this, make sure you put grease in it. You don't have to put it inside those bearing grease things, those silver. Just grease your sprockets, okay? Just do it. And we're going to use thread locker to put the screws back in before I get on out of here. Catch you guys later. UDX 362 East Tennessee, we're out of here. Have a good night, and we'll bring out some more videos sometime soon. And this is the Foxman 79 smokescreen out here, UDX 362. Catch you guys later. And we'll bring out more videos sometime soon. Let's hope this thing, we get this rotor up here, antenna when we get to thing, but I gotta do all that stuff because I gotta take my time to do it, make sure everything's right. You guys know that. But we're good. We're good. And this grease is gonna be good. I had to do like when Motor Junkie, I saw his videos a while back about his rotors. He had to pack a lot of grease in. This one doesn't take a lot of grease to put in this stuff. It's just a little, it's more like motorized bicycle type sprockets. Just want to let you guys know. UCI saw it. And it's RCA, but make sure you line this little pin up to north, but it'll probably recalibrate itself once you do it. It'll be alright. And we're going to run the processes before we get off this video when we do the rotor move around and let it lubricate, because you know how that is. I'll catch you guys later. Have a great night. UDX 362 East Tennessee. We're out of here. And we'll catch you all later. And this is the rotor RCA VH226E on YouTube. So if anybody wants to learn how to take one of these apart, I got you a video you can do, and go look all the manual stuff. But they don't have no schematics on this. And if you guys want to learn about getting improve the motors a little better, you guys saw that on there on YouTube today, and the bolt rotor box. But someone might be able to learn how to do this. Anybody out there who wants to get one of these TVs, CB radios, ham radios, or what other radio you could do with it, who knows, maybe you guys can move bounce off the moon with this thing. So I'll catch you all later, and we'll probably bring out some more videos sometime soon. Catch you all later. Have a great night. UDX 362 East Tennessee. So at least we got the lubrication in the wheels today, the sprocket wheels. At least it counts. And inside the rod I did too, and underneath it too, the middle rod. You guys know what I mean. So it'll make it spin a little smoother. It should do okay. It's not going to stick. You guys know what this stuff is. I went for the cheapest grease when I got it at Wally World today. That's where it came from. Most of that's the cheapest bearing grease I had to went for it. So it should be okay. This kind of product I have used Lucas before with the Lefron grease. When I put it on my motorized bike, my clutch, I have done that and make sure I did that, and it ran pretty good. Which the only problem I got with my motorized bike, I have to get chain tightened on it. That's all I have to do, and with a better clip, or just have to take out one of those chain things in it to make it tight on the sprocket. That's all I do. But I have used this kind of grease brand before. It's actually Lucas. I think it's actually out of Utah, man. But or what it is. So I'll catch you guys later. UDX 362. It's late out here. And I'll catch you all guys later. Make sure you do one of these projects for your thing. If you're going to get a serial SY27 or a 3-element beam or a 4-element beam or a light beam for your C-rib, get one of these rotors. They're pretty good. And it should do good once I get this thing. It weighs about 3 pounds. But the serial SY27, when I look at the specs of it, the 4-element beam, it weighs about 13 pounds. So I just want to let you guys know. So I'll give you guys a look at it before we go. And we'll catch y'all later. UDX 362. Have a great night. And I'll catch you guys later. UDX 362. East Tennessee. Shock a wave. Catch y'all later. Have a great night.